So now we are the Escape Pod Castaways on Facebook and Twitter.
Yep. So, thank you to all of you for all the support that you've shown us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into episode 11 of the Escape Podcast, LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed Edition. I am joined, as always, by my fellow AFL, my AFL partner in crime. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, the llama. How are you doing, Sam?
I'm wonderful, Paul. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. It's a good day to do this. It's a good day to do this. We were looking to reach out to Will. Will could not make it this week. Next week, Will. Let's do it.
Next week, let's do it. Pick a day, and we'll be there.
Yeah, pick a day. We'll be there, except for Friday.
Can't do except for Friday. Friday, we're busy.
All right. Well, just as the title card said on YouTube, episode 11, we're going to talk about things getting spooky. They posted that their summer spook date is here. The newest update is coming, and with it, a scary summer. Spooky teams take over with a new minifig, reworks, 2 new events, and actually some really cool quality of life stuff. Let's start with the first one that they talked about, and it's the guild wall. Essentially, we're finally going to be able to see what our guildmates are up to. We still can't change names, but...
No, cannot change names still. They're still randomly generated. But yeah, the guild wall, that'll be really great. So they didn't specify if we'll actually be able to type and send messages in there. But even if we can get little updates like we have, in the other game, just, this person took this fig to 7 stars, this person, upgraded this fig to, gear 6. That'll be really, really cool just to be a little bit more connected with the rest of your guild and see where you're at.
Speaking of taking figs to 7 stars, we'll be doing a farming update in our second segment.
Yes.
And You're very excited about that, I'm sure.
I am. I'm very excited.
Yeah, so they have. They also are going to allow us to see the top of the leaderboard. We're finally going to be able to see what the top 100 are doing.
Yes.
Instead of me going, hey, person 1000, what you doing?
Yes. And it'll be great because it'll give players in the, that are farther down in the arena list a chance to see what characters the people in the top of their arena shard are using. And it'll give them a really good idea on which characters to farm, which ones to not, check out new team comps. It'll be very, very helpful. I'm excited about it.
Yes. And along with it, as part of the spook update, is Skeleton Yorick. We talked about this in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I love that he's named Yorick. We talked about that. They said a new minifigure figure is here, and it's one of our most unique yet. He's a calcium fortified support unit who is bringing a new dimension to our game. He is our first minifigure who is both, and we were right.
Yeah.
Both a builder and explorer. Gee, somebody finally figured out how to use a neutral tag.
Yeah.
And it comes with pirate and castle synergy. They're also going to be debuting, and we'll talk about this in just a second, the new unboxed event called Extra Credit.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. And he kind of touches a little bit on, some of the extra things that are in the unboxed event.
Well, So I'm going to read what Abix said here. He says, we agreed that they were that the unboxed events were simply too fast and simple. Yeah, very true. So they're going to first test with a new format. The game, the same 3 nodes for unlocking the minifigure still exist, but they've added battles that get gradually more challenging that bring additional rewards to the players, and they hope that you'll like the format even more. And they said this on the thing. Let us know when you play it.
Yeah. And this is just another great example of how they just want to be connected to the community and they want to hear our feedback, which is great because you and I, Paul, we always have feedback, don't we?
We do.
Good, bad, indifferent. Otherwise, we've always got feedback to give. So I'm very, very excited that they're still wanting and excited for that feedback. So it'll be really, really good.
Yeah, Abix has been amazing at getting back to us. Back when Mark first went away, he messaged me about, you could still send me all your videos, and I'm like, okay, cool. And Abix
Awesome.
and I had fun discussions. We're just waiting for instead of map, it's WAP or WAF.
Yep, WAF.
Waiting for WAF to make the Abix an escape. We want to put Abix inside of an escape pod. We would love to have him sitting right over there inside the escape pod.
That'd be great. That would be awesome. Just poking his little head out with his arm up. That'd be awesome. I'm all for it. But yeah, so the new format of the event should be pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see how they set it up and how they set the nodes up.
Yeah. They did mention. Well, we'll get to the other part in just a second. Let's see what else they had here. Basil the Batlord Brick Pace event. So we're gonna get a brand new story, probably comedy, just like last time. We love our comedy in this game. And it's just the right mix of self-awareness.
Yes.
But we're gonna get a Brick Pace event. Once again, guys, don't freak out if you don't get him on the first try. Just get as far as you can.
Yep.
Unless you're wailing on the energy, like my friend, right over there. Unless you're wailing on the energy, don't worry about getting him right away. Gather it. This game is it's a grind, but it's very, very, very free to play friendly. That's what I'm loving about this.
Yeah, for sure. And I probably will be going all out on Basil, I will say.
You love your castle.
Yes, my cat, and that's exactly why. So I'm coming over the crest of the ability material grind. So I probably will be going all in on Basil in this event. I'm excited for it.
So here's where it was. Brick's Tradition Achievements. Thank you very much for the raid, Fort Mort.
Thank you. Welcome, guys.
So we're recording this live on Twitch, of course. One where they're excited to release is adding 14 new achievements in Brickspedition. So we're gonna have something more, probably more ways to earn Magisto.
Oh yeah, yep, which is awesome. So they're all going to be related to how well you do in Brickspedition and the different things you do in there, which is awesome. So we'll be able to start getting Magisto closer and closer to 7 stars, because as it is now, there are not enough achievements to get him to 7 stars, and he's not farmable anywhere else. So
is it possible for 6 now? I don't think so.
No, I think it's just 5 stars.
5 and some change.
5 and change. I don't think with the 14 it'll push it over unless they kind of really bump and add 3, maybe 4 or 5 shards or tiles into the achievements. But another kind of extension to being able to get Magisto a little closer to that 7 stars is awesome.
Yeah, Fort Mort saying, thanks for letting me know you were live. I looked at the time, I realized we were running late. I didn't have time, Fort Mort. Love you though. All right. So Brickspedition and achievements now. Nighttime. We saw a little bit of change in the background of the main thing at the beginning of the DigiJ event. Now we're finally going to see nighttime. Now remember what I said, Llama. One of the things that would be great if they did would be to take the background and make it nighttime right before the space raid showed up.
Right before the space raid. Interesting.
So we'll have to see what happens there. They've got it's wonderful. I really, really am loving all of this. Now, did you happen to grab the picture of the different types of events and how they're going to show up?
Oh, the reoccurrence?
The reoccurrence picture. Did you happen to grab that? Because I missed it, and Abix
No,
posted it, but then it went away.
Yeah, no, I don't have it. No, I don't think it's in. Yeah, it's not in the patch notes. No, I don't have that. But it'll be nice to have those little icons on the events, and it'll kind of tell you how often the event comes back. If it's a frequent event, if it's often, or if it's every once in a while. It'll be nice to be able to kind of have a one-stop shop of looking at, when can you expect this event again.
Exactly. So, their event reoccurrence icons and notes and difficulty are events always designed to be varying levels of challenge and for some to rotate back. Now, with your newly implemented event indicator icons, you'll be able to tell how often an event comes back with the level of challenge the event is. See icons and what they mean on the attached PDF.
No
Where's
PDF
the PDF?
attached. It was there. I don't know what happened to it.
It was there. They took it away.
Oh, wait. No, actually, I think it's there underneath the Spook Date Reworks PDF.
Okay. I'll pull that up. Spook Date Night, was that it?
No, down farther underneath. If you just go down a little farther, it says Spook Date Event Icons.
There it is. So real quick, you talk about this while I set this up, for everybody.
Sure. Let me bring them up.
Wardy giving out community subs. Thank you very much,
goodness.
Wardy.
Thank you, Wardy. So basically there are 7 different kinds of icons that are now going to appear on the events. So one set of icons is for the frequency on when you can expect the event to occur, and the other one is going to be a difficulty level indicator, right? So there's 4 different frequencies that an event can come back. There's never, which is something like an unboxed event for Spooky Girl or Hank or Scarlet. Rarely, which is going to be like a master event like Primo or Woo. Occasionally is going to be a Brick Pace event like the Basil event that's coming or DigiJ. And then often is going to be something like Brickspedition that every single week it's coming back and you can play it every week.
Yeah, and they're going to be absolutely... I love the transparency. Yes. That's what I'm really loving about all of this, is the transparency of how often things happen, we're how we're able to get back into the swing of things. I'm still cropping just a little bit more, and there we go. I'm gonna pretty much just cover both of our faces here.
That's fine. Cover my face. It's okay.
So there we go. I've covered us up. So what we're gonna see, the little star, as it's shown there.
Mm-hmm.
The rarely, occasionally, and often. Now, kind of the reverse chevrons for everyone to make it easy for advanced players. You know what we're seeing, and then experts is like the Woo event.
Yeah. And I think they're kind of going to go into that kind of difficulty level direction for all of the events, right? So, the Primo Master event happened really, really on for a lot of the people. It was very shortly after launch. So really the only people that got to sort of take advantage of it were the folks that did the beta testing. But from what I heard from those players, it was a similar difficulty level to the Woo event. So I think those master events are going to all kind of be similar in difficulty.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I really, truly am absolutely loving this. And the pace that it's coming at, we get pretty darn good communication, and I'm looking forward to that. Once again, that content creator program, we're going to be getting weekly communication from them, which allows us to bring you the podcast in a weekly format.
Yep, which is awesome.
Let's see what else. Brickspedition, night levels, event reoccurrence, Willa and Basil. So we'll finally. Willa and Basil got reworks. That's what it was.
Yep.
They ended up getting some. They reworked Basil before he was even farmable.
Yeah.
That's another thing. They showed that they could foresee problems before they happened, and even then they would have, even if it was released, even if Basil was released beforehand, they would have went ahead and said something, hey, he's getting a rework, kind of how they reworked the dodge chance. How many times you started playing dodgeball with
with freaking Lloyd, man. It was like But yeah, so they kind of talk about how Basil and Willa were some of the first characters that they really designed for the game, and how the game has grown even from then. Even if it's not, it's still a newer game, but just with how much the game has grown and the direction that they see the game going in, it's cool that they're recognizing that these characters should get a little bit of an update to really kind of work the way that they really want them to.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing, is that some of Basil was buffed. They took the damage, and then he heals for 40% of the damage that he deals, and they give him a chance to debuff. His heal increased from level 1, 10% to 20%, level 2, 10 to 30%. I mean, it's amazing. Now, Basil also could sacrifice himself a little bit. They decreased the amount from 35 to 30%, but they increased 20 to 25% at level 5. So that was a balance change. Maximum Bat Overlord, they increased damage, and they tweaked the chance to heal Basil as well.
Yep. So you can really kind of see the direction they're going in, and the kind of the direction they want you to be able to utilize a spooky team, right? They want, similar to like pirates, right, where a lot of how the pirate faction work is manipulating buffs and debuffs and being able to clear debuffs and things like that. So it's clear that that's kind of the direction that they're going in with this spooky faction, is they want them to be able to manipulate the buffs and the debuffs on the field.
Yeah. Yep. Now, this just kind of harkens back to episode 10 just now, where you were teasing me about Spooky Girl.
I was, and now, I mean, I'm, my foot's in my mouth here. I spoke a little too soon, just a little bit. One week too soon.
Just a little bit. Then they also reworked Willa to a point where she has she has her Dark Magic Blast. They increase some damage on Curse and Soul Call, and her Rise Again My Minions now also gives other heroes payback for 2 turns when Willa is able to reassemble Basil. So
those two, you want them together.
Yes.
Now, I think Basil is going to be more successful on his own than Willa probably will be, but if you have them both, use them both, 100%.
Yeah. And then Jacko Beams. I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving her Jacko Beam. Clears all buffs from all foes. Heals all heroes for 35% of their max health, plus a bonus heal for each buff that they clear. So you take down, I hate to say it, but a space team with all the buffs.
Mm-hmm.
The Spooky is just going to So what I'm seeing here, and you also see it with the Ninjago team.
Yeah.
Castle, I think Castle's going to be able to beat Spooky. Spooky is going to be able to beat Ninjago in Space. Space can beat Ninjago. We have paper, rock, scissors.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to make Arena very interesting.
Exactly. Instead of just boring mirror matches.
Yes, and I think that what will happen is we'll see a lot of shifting, right? So you're going to see a lot of rotation for players who have the components for all of these teams. You're going to see them rotating, and you can see when they try and climb versus when they're going to try and hold on defense. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. But also, kind of against those Castle ones, if a foe did not have any buffs to clear, they get Fear for 2 turns, and all the heroes gain Prepared and critical damage up for 2 turns. And that's critical damage up 2, by the way, not just 1.
Yeah. And that Fear is an interesting debuff that's going to go on a Fig, right? So it's going to lower their attack as they take more damage, which is going to be really, really interesting when you get into some of these heavier hitters like Ash, like, you know,
Firefighter. Firefighter Ash, and
like Kai, like, you know, some of these crazy hitter.
Don't forget Highwayman.
Yeah, I was just about to say Highwayman. Some of these like Figs that hit like trucks. So this Fear mechanic is going to really be a game changer in some of these battles.
I kind of worry about the Captain Reed, Spaceman Reed. Kind of worry about that because he's got that special that's almost an Annihilate.
Yeah, it's nearly an Annihilate.
But you know, he's also beefy. That's what I like about Reed.
Yep.
He's beefy, so he won't, you know, one little tap's not going to do too much.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, and they don't really say, you know, they don't give any kind of numbers. They just kind of talk basic overview of the debuff, right? So they don't say how much versus, you know, where their health is at or like, you know, anything like that. So we'll see. I mean, it could go either way, right? I'm hoping for some like shot down the middle, that it's not too powerful but not too weak at the same time. And it's one of those things where you can kind of really try and manipulate the battle so you can get it on those heavy hitters.
Yeah. So, we also have who else has been released, and a little bit more to go. But let's take a quick break. On the other side of this, we'll talk about the packs that were and the packs that now are, as well as start talking about, you know, our personal achievements in this game so far. This may not be one of the longest episodes we have, but you know what? It's still an episode, and we're excited to share all the fun stuff coming to LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. What do you say we go to a commercial, Lemma?
I say we go for it.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages right here on the Escape Pod cast, LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Have you been interested in getting items 3D printed but haven't wanted to buy one of those expensive printers? Are you looking for a literally one-of-a-kind tech gift gadget? Evil Genius 3D Printing and Gadgets is your one-stop shop for both of those items. Nerd-owned and Escape Pod approved, put Lenny the Evil Genius to work for you. If you can dream it, he could possibly make it. Contact Lenny at evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com for more information. That's evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com. Get something unique in your hands.
Hey there, Legacy Heroes. Did you know the Escape Pod cast is on social media? In addition to YouTube, we're on Facebook and Twitter. Give us a like and a follow to stay up to date on what's new in-game, in the Escape Pod, plus updates on that other space game. The links are down in the description below and on our Discord server in the show links channel. And welcome back, everybody, to the Escape Pod Cast LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed version. This is the Llama, Sam, joined, as always, by Paul. How are you, Paul?
I'm hanging in there, as I said in the first segment. Yes, we are excited. We're going to tackle some of the bugs and then, give a little bit of... mine will be confessions. Yours will be celebrations here. So they have. Let's get into the bugs real quick. Actually, before that, during the live recording, Wardy gave us a really, really good tip that I think I'm gonna have to use. Why don't you share it with everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. So his tip was, it was really a question for us that kind of turned into like a light bulb moment for the both of us. He asked if either of us had reset Brickspedition before completing the last node so they can do the other path and get the rest of the rewards that are on the map, which is... First off, like, that is brilliant.
Yeah,
I didn't even think
just
of
so
that
this
at all.
isn't getting lost in the shuffle of all these things. Say it again for the people in the back.
Yeah. So resetting Brickspedition before you complete the last node, so you can go back and follow the other paths that you did not complete the first time around.
Yeah. And that is amazing to think about. Real quick, if you're listening to this instead of watching, Dr. Feelgood got us to 100 subscribers on the channel. Thank you very much for that, Dr. Feelgood. The people that benefited from that was oh man, this one's hard to see. Decky Selruner, Scotty Anderson 19, and Ando 1990. Thank you very much for those.
Thank you. That's awesome.
So yeah, resetting Brickspedition. Holy cow! Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, that's super, super smart, especially when there's, because sometimes there's, other rewards that you're like, it's kind of a no-brainer to go in this direction because the other ones are just kind of meh. But if you get one, especially with these sets that are specific to Brickspedition, like if you have to make a choice, like I just did a little bit ago between Jay's Dragon and, the Firehouse, but you won both because you're trying to get both. It's, brilliant, 100%.
See, just go for the Firehouse. The Firehouse helps many more people. Don't worry about Jay's Dragon.
But see, now I don't have to choose. I can just do both.
Well, I'm still trying to get the space station. I can't get the space station yet. I lose every single time.
All right, we'll let you wail in a little bit. You can just get upset and vent in a little bit. Let's get through these bugs.
All right. So Scarlet had a taunt. It's been now fixed to only apply when an ally goes below 50%.
Yeah, and that actually happened to me before, where her taunt popped up before another ally was at 50%, which was annoying.
Guild allies will no longer be able to be brought into events. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, other than Brickspedition, obviously.
Yeah, Brickspedition definitely is someplace that you need allies for some of those later stages. Selecting an ally's minifigure when the one in front has a large amount of buffs or debuffs is now easier. It's still tough.
It is, but it's easier.
Yeah.
Because I remember sitting there for just click, 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 trying to get it because you wanna heal them or you wanna, do something and you can't because it's hidden behind,
they should
stuff.
There's this other game where they reduce it down.
They'll get there.
They'll get there.
They will. They'll get there.
Selecting Kai's passive has been fixed, so he's now properly countering. Yay!
Yay if you have him, not yay if you're against him.
I'd rather it work even though I don't
Yes.
have it.
Yes.
Yeah. And now, also, the fire station set will use proper levels of the set. No more just level 1.
Yes.
And didn't we have this for the longest time in Arena until the first big patch?
Yep.
So, yeah. And action buttons disappearing in campaign battles and Master Wu causing the game to freeze has been fixed. No more soft crashes.
Oh, yes.
No more soft crashes. They also said the update is coming very soon. Thank you for supporting us. Stay tuned and enjoy the spooky content.
Spooky content.
Let's see here. And then the last thing that Abex said was about the little event icons. So, Hellenix is in the chat room, talking about chat commands. We're trying to get away from chat commands right now, but we still love you. All right. So, yeah. What was I gonna rant on? I started focusing on the bugs.
Yeah. What? I don't even remember. What was it? What were we upset about?
I don't
remember. Let's celebrate first, though.
Yeah, let's celebrate. Let's show everybody your celebration moment right here, right in front of your face. Boom! 7-star hiker and
7-star gear 6 fully maxed abilities. There we go. So excited.
So that's your first fully maxed.
First fully maxed 7-star character, I'm happy.
I really need to. You should have sent the little picture that I had with the little sun rays coming off of him.
Oh, I did.
You didn't send me the sun rays coming off. You just sent me the
no, you're right.
Abilities.
I didn't. Just the max abilities, but yeah. That's okay.
I was excited when I got my Red Benny, as we call him.
Yep. Yeah. It's awesome. I'm very, very excited. It's a huge accomplishment. You need so many tiles. There's so many. Because in this game, to take a character from 6 to 7, you don't need 100. You need 150. Yeah. So it feels like a much bigger
well, it is.
To get there. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. It is. But because I haven't noticed much of a difference in drop rates between the two games. So now we have farther to go with similar drop rates. So the process is a little longer.
Yeah. I remember what I was upset about. The fact that I still can't get the tiles for the second space set.
Oh yeah, the space set. Yeah.
I want to get past. I don't care about the ice station.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, sure, Kelvin and Captain Cold are great, but I want the second one, and I can't get the tiles for the second one that boost Blacktron and boost Dwayne and Locust and
yeah, that's the actual
and those people we're not supposed to know about.
Yeah, so that's the actual ship you're talking about, right?
Yeah, the second one is the spaceship. It's okay. I was trying not to bring up the game in the middle of the show, but I will.
We always do anyway.
While I'm doing that, what are you farming in yours?
Now that Hiker is at 7 stars, I am moving on to Mr. Red Benny. Moving on to Spaceman Reed to farm him. Just got him to 4 stars today, which was nice.
Still got a long way to go, bucko.
Long way to go, but it's a monolith node, so I'm also farming let's see,
it's the Galaxy Explorer.
Yeah, the Galaxy Explorer.
It's the Galaxy Explorer. It's
not the Spy Track.
No, the Spy Track. I can level up the Spy Track all the way. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can max out the Spy Track, but I want the Galaxy Explorer. I don't care about Ice Station Odyssey. I want Galaxy Explorer because listen to these. At the end of a space hero's turn, if they have 0 debuffs, they have a 20% chance to gain skill up. At the start of battle, Explorer heroes increase their speed by 1% for every classic space hero. Whenever a space hero deals damage to a foe, there's a 20% chance to clear all buffs from that foe. And this is the set. This is the set. Whenever a techie hero gains a debuff, their pep is increased by 1% for each active space hero, and their grit's increased by 1%. This is, default unlock. And also, finally, the big one that unlocks at 5 stars, whenever a classic space hero gets a debuff, they have a 10% chance to clear all debuffs from themselves, and it sounds so much like Jen's. A lot of Jen's abilities are in that set for space overall.
Yes, very, very. That's going to be very useful. So I've kind of noticed that all of the kind of second tier sets. So you get into Firehouse for city and the spaceship for space, obviously, Megisto's Tower, Forbidden Island for pirates. All of these kind of next level sets are really they make their previous, Raft Raiders, the Spy Track, all of those, they kind of go out the window, right? So right. I made the shift from Raft Raiders to Forbidden Island, and I stopped dropping in Arena. So I'm excited to kind of get into these second tier sets. It'll be really, really cool.
I have to give a quick shout out to APB7721 in our live Twitch recording. He has Reed ready to upgrade to 6 and 7 star, and the gold crunch is real. Don't be afraid to spend crystals on gold.
Yes.
It's actually more effective to spend your crystals on gold and scrolls right now than it is to spend it on random packs that don't give you a good chance at larger things.
Yes, that's very true. So I will say I spent in early on when I first started the game, and this I can't take this 100% and own it because I watched a video from Bricko, and he indicated that you should spend your crystals, save up your crystals, and don't spend them on refreshes as much, but save your crystals, spend them on the bundles for the scrolls and for the gold. I bought one of the largest scroll packs that I could with my crystals, and I haven't needed them since.
Yeah.
I haven't even come close. So it definitely is worth it. The gold you'll go through much, much faster. But I do highly recommend, like Paul said, spending your crystals on those packs.
Yeah, because gold is much more is used for everything. Scrolls are just simply for experience points.
Yep.
Now, remember, if you're still struggling for gold, APB, we're gonna also give you the tip. Make sure you play your Brickspedition.
Yes, make sure you play your Brickspedition. And, reset your Brickspedition once you get to the point where you won't be able to really move forward. Just reset it and play it again, and you'll get, all of those crystals again. So, or all of those, all of that gold again. So, right. The Brickspedition definitely does get a good amount of gold.
And now I'm also going to say I've been neglecting my Brickspedition. I know. I've been I've loved playing the mode. I just get caught up with so many things with the castaways right now. But I've found more time, and I am getting a little bit farther in Brickspedition now, and I'm really, once again, I'm so glad they put that mode into this.
Yeah, I will say that some weeks it is tedious because, especially if you've got a lot of stuff going on in like your real life, or if there's a lot going on in game, like if there's like an event going on. Like I know with the J event, I was so focused on making sure that I went into the J event and spent my energy that I ended up kind of putting Brickspedition to the back burner, and I did have to, complete all of the levels in like 2 days, which was tedious and a lot. But yeah, it's well worth putting the effort into.
Yeah, it definitely is. Um, but my farm has been mainly going after Locust, going after Dwayne. Those are my main focuses. I when I have a little bit extra energy, when I catch myself and able to do it before it goes away too fast for me, I will continue to go after more Spaceman Reed tiles in Monolith Wastes because I want Karstovsky.
Yes, I know you do.
So,
yeah. So I'm going. So in Glyph, I'm going for Barnabas.
good.
In Pip Town, I'm going for Aurora. I'm also going for Jester Go-Go. And then in Monolith, I am now farming Reed. I am farming for...
You got 2 spots for Reed, remember that.
There are 2 spots for Reed. I won't be farming 2 spots for Reed, but I could if I wanted to. Poor Reed. Get out of here. I'm also going for Forbidden Island and Tier 3 ability materials. He's so out of focus.
I know he is. So,
Wardy says don't convert the extra shards just yet. They might boost the exchange rate. So.
Interesting. So we'll, if they do up the exchange rate, right now I've seen it, so I'll not touch that master tab for now. I'd like to. We'll talk with Wardy off the air to see where he's getting these magical rumors from, because we haven't heard them. So, with that being said, that it's not as it's not technically an hour as we normally do, but we're still waiting for our packets, our content creator packets, and those will definitely be giving us lots more stuff to talk about. I believe the spooky update is scheduled for later this week. Am I right?
I believe so.
So we'll have plenty more to talk about on episode 12 coming up here, and hopefully we're waiting. All right. Any parting words, Sam?
Just thank you everybody for hopping in. This has been great. We had a whole bunch of people watching us on the Twitch stream, which was super, super awesome. Thank you, Paul, as always, for being an excellent, excellent co-host. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. One more time, before the end of this show, I just want to acknowledge the people that supported the show during the live recording. That'd be Run DMV with 200 bits, Wardy with 5 subs that he gave out, Dr. Feelgood with 3 subs that he gave out, which we did hit 100 subscribers. Thank you very much to the entire Castaways community. You guys are awesome. Our little Padawans, as we like to call you.
The Padawans.
The Padawans. And we will see you next time for more LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed Escape Pod next week. Knock on wood. Be nice to each other, damn it. Have a good night.
Peace, peace.
Llama, push the button.